Should you really pay for home theater installation? Now I know many of you have seen this as one of the line item in your proposals wherein you have been asked to pay for the home theater installation, and you would be like, why should I pay, because am I not buying the boxes? Well, guess what? If you buy boxes, you are just going to get boxes, but if you are going to buy experience, you will have to pay on the home theater installation. And in this particular video, I Tanmay Mehta, your home cinema consultant or home theater wale bhaiya, I am going to help you understand the right value to spend on your home theater installation. And towards the end of the video, I am also going to help you understand how to design a fantastic home cinema room solution for your requirements. And to do that, make sure to watch the video till the end. Now, in case you haven't subscribed already to our channel, then make sure to hit the subscribe button right now, because your subscription encourages me and my team to continue bringing more such information and value-based videos which are going to help each one of you take better, well-informed and wise decisions when it comes to buying anything to everything in the home cinema category. Now, let us understand why do we have to pay for this service. Well, today the box prices are available everywhere, right? If you buy a particular projector, your AV receiver, screen, speakers, cables, everything is your product value. Now, apart from this product value, there is a lot of work that goes behind, and for that reason, paying a home theater installation cost is really important, because without that, all these services or all this execution will not come into place. Now, what all things are covered in that? You need to understand that in a home theater design installation cost, you need to get the drawings for your room. You need to understand where you are placing the speakers, why should you place them there, and this particular design language needs to be communicated to your designers on site. It needs to be communicated to the electricians and the contractors on site, so that they can do the necessary arrangements with the material that we are giving or the home theater installers are giving, and accordingly they can have the provisions done for it. So this is one part of your service fee, which is the design fee. The second part of your fee is the execution and the coordination that needs to happen. Now, typically, as you all know, you are buying home theater in a stage wherein your home is under construction. So typically that would be the wiring stage or the civil stage. Now, if that is the stage when you are bringing in a home theater installer, they need to be with you all the way till the time you move into your apartment, which means that this particular period you are going to require a lot of communication, exchanges are going to happen between the agencies on the site as well as with the customer or with your designer and with your contractors on site. Now, this particular coordination is nothing but the execution, as we call it. So that's another reason why having a home theater installation service needs to be paid extra apart from your product list. The third thing that you need to have, in your design or the services cost figured out is the installation cost. Now, the installation typically involves installing of the projector, installing of your speakers, installing of your screen, doing the connections and the amplifier or at the projector's end. Now, all these things would again require some sort of labor to come and do it for you. So this again becomes a part of the service. Apart from this, when the entire calibration is done, okay, now this calibration for the engineers, they need to do some sort of certification courses or they need to learn all these things, and that investment needs to be paid off, due to which that is also one of the small elements that is actually going to bring out the right experience for you in the room. If you don't get your rooms calibrated, we know the result of it. In spite of having the best of the speakers or best of the projectors, you are still not going to be satisfied with the whole experience. So to create that experience, this design, execution, installation as well as calibration are four important activities involved in the entire home theater experience, and that is why that service fee or these services fee need to be extra as a line item in your proposals. So don't be afraid when you see that. That is something which is going to be there in most of the proposals. How much is the right amount? For that, I am going to give a simple rule. Okay, you have to understand that how many site visits are going to be required. What is the kind of work that the home theater installer has to do? Does he have to also help you with the acoustics? Does he also have to do the electrical part of it? If yes, then add up those labor, because they are going to still cost someone. So have those costs in mind and come to a value which makes sense to your entire home theater equipment purchase, and accordingly negotiate or decide on that particular fee. Now typically we have seen that many people charge 5% of the product equipment list, so that can be the amount for someone. For someone it can be a lump sum amount based upon the project, distance and the logistic cost involved behind it. So decide on all these factors and accordingly see what is the right value in spending behind that particular installation or overall this design, execution, installation and calibration as a service. But if you don't pay for that, what you'll be getting is just the boxes. But believe me, as a home theater buyer, you would never want to just buy boxes because you are here to buy experience. And to create that experience, by just buying boxes, it is not going to suffice. You will need these kind of details, and these details would be only exchanged by most of the home theater installers only after you sign up for them with their services fee. So how much is too much? You have to decide on that. I have already given you the parameters. Understand how far you are located from that particular location. Understand how is the modus of operandi, that is, how are the ways in which your room or your theater experience would be completed. What are the deliverables from the home theater installer? What are the deliverables from your on-site agencies? Who is going to do the coordination part of it? And today we all know that time is equivalent to money, right? So if you do not want to get involved in all this particular process and you want someone to take care of it, that home theater installation cost will always be separate, and you can be one of the right judges based upon these evaluation, come up to a cost that you feel is the right cost in doing up your home theater system. Now if this particular thing made sense to you, hit the like button. In case you have got many queries, because I know you would come across, please feel free to share them in the comments below, and we will try to see that how can we ensure that you come to a right value while designing or while deciding on this particular services fee. And now, as I promised at the start of the video, if you want to design the right home cinema solution for your requirements, then make sure to check the link in the bio as well as on the top. Now these particular links are there so that you can get the best tool to design your home theater solution. So go out and check out that particular tool. All it takes is 5 minutes of work, but that will give you the clarity as well as give the home theater installer a clarity as to what is it that you need from this home theater or from your requirements, and accordingly the design of your home cinema solution can be perfect. So start using that tool right now, and as I said, don't forget to hit the like button. And I, Tanmay Mehta, your home cinema consultant or home theater wale bhaiya, will see you again in my next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.